Hi there, my name's Jenny. I'm part of the team here at Yorkshire Rapeseed Oil. So I'm going to start by making up the sponge. So I'm going to start with my flour. Obviously not that one. So I've got some self-raising flour here. So I'm going to sieve that in. You can use plain flour with a little bit of baking powder in there, and I'm going to sieve that in there. So there is 175 grams of self-raising flour going in there. I'm going to just sieve into there as well my ground almonds. So there was 50 grams of ground almonds there going through. Get them all in there. And then I've got a further 175 grams of golden caster sugar. You don't have to use golden caster sugar, but I like it. It's just one that I tend to go for. Throughout lockdown, I know a lot of ingredients have been difficult to come by, so we've been doing a lot of baking with different sugars, different flours, just generally playing around. And this was the result of one. So we've got all your dry ingredients in there. I'm then going to add my wet ingredients. So I have 3 free-range eggs. I'm just going to crack those into here. One of the things I really love about making sponges with oil is that they're really easy. You don't have to beat up any hard flour or anything like that. They're very, very simple to make. Just wipe my hands. And then into that, so I've got my 3 free-range eggs. Into that I'm going to add 75 mils of milk. As I said, you can swap that out should you choose. And I'm going to add in 100 mils of cold-pressed rapeseed oil. You can see how golden that is as well. So I'm going to bring that together now into a batter. You don't have to separate it and whisk them separately. You can just break that straight into there, and what you're looking for is a smooth batter that doesn't have any lumps in it, and it's just really I am actually going to add one last ingredient into that, and this is entirely by choice. You don't have to add this in, but to give it really kind of pull out those almond flavours, I'm going to just put some almond extract in there as well. So I didn't quite do a full teaspoonful there. And stir those in. So I'm going to do this in one of my, like an oven-proof dish here. As I said, you can make a cake, and you could use that batter now just to put into cake tins and make a cake. But we're going to use it as a topping. So I've got an oven-proof dish. My oven is preheating now as we speak. So I have got here 400 grams, which were 4 ripe peaches. And I'm going to pop them into the bottom of there. I've just stoned them and chopped them up. And into that I've got 150 grams of blueberries. They're washed and dried and everything, so pop them in there as well. I'm just going to get a spoon. I'm just going to spread them across the bottom so that when you scoop it out to serve, you have a really nice kind of even mix of fruit. Really, if you, a nice alternative to this dessert later in the year is if you've got some apples, to do apple base, and then rather than the ground almonds, you can add in some chopped walnuts. You can pop in some cinnamon. Apple and cinnamon together is really lovely in this kind of combination. So just use this recipe as a base. But look how lovely those colours are looking. They're really nice and bright. And then we're very simply, really simply going to have that over the top. And you want to attempt to cover all your fruit. So you should have plenty of mix here to cover everything evenly. And what will happen is that will all cook away, it will rise up a little bit, and all that fruit will softly kind of break in, soakly spread. So you can see I have my sponge in there, so I'm going to pop that in the oven. My oven is preheated to I have a fan oven. I usually cook between about 170 and 180. I'm going to pop that in there. I'm going to put it in for half an hour. I'm going to check it and see how we're getting on, and then and just keep an eye on it. So our cake is out, or our pudding is out of the oven. I left it for 30 minutes. I then checked it. So to check a cake's cooked, you just want to insert a skewer and make sure that that comes out clean, which it does. And all the blueberries and everything were starting to bubble through, so I know that's ready. So you can do one of two things. You can either leave that to cool and then re-warm it for 10 minutes in the oven when you're ready to serve, or you can eat it cold, or you can have it straight out of the oven now. So I'm going to just take a piece out to show you how it looks, and then yeah, you can serve this with cream, custard, ice cream. So I'm going to pop that in there, and you've got, I don't know if you can see there, I'm just going to get some more blueberries in there. It's a great colour, with a juice at the bottom. So if I lift this up now, you can see that all that beautiful sponge has cooked through there, and you've got all your lovely fruit incorporated in the bottom. So yeah, it smells lovely. So really, really lovely summer pudding. As I say, switch it about, use different ingredients, try different flavours, and you've got the main sponge recipe there just to give it a go.